going 8. The game kind of went the way I thought it would. I know we're not kind of getting there yet, but it was just one of those things where all week people are like, what do you think is going to happen? I'm like, well, I think the Seahawks are going to kind of kick the crap out of the Patriots, and that's what happened, right? I mean, obviously, the Seahawks mostly scored field goals until, I guess, the fourth quarter there. But look, the Seahawks were the best team in the National Football League all year. They went out and proved that consistently. And the only team that really was able to do much of anything offensively against that defense was the Rams. The Rams still came up short in the last two matchups that they had. So hats off to the Seahawks. Congratulations, you're world champs. And I will say world champs, and I don't feel bad about it.
I think there was a while that the Rams were regarded as the best team in the NFL. It wasn't until that Thursday night game that the Seahawks won that the worm turned a little bit. And even then, it wasn't like the Seahawks are the no-brainer number one, although I think they ended up number one in the power rankings and hung around there. It just wasn't clear who number one was. But as we got deeper into the season, and I think when they beat the 49ers 13-3, suffocated the 49ers to end the regular season, we probably should have known at that point that going into the postseason, they were primed to go on a run. And I picked the Patriots. I think it was just wishful thinking, wanting a close game, and thinking if the game was close, the Patriots would be able to make the difference. And I conditioned my pick. Not that you get to do that when you go make a bet with, your friendly neighborhood bookie. You can't make a bet conditioned on the game staying close. Like, hey, if this game stays close, I want the Patriots. But if it doesn't stay close, I want the other team. And for a while, it wasn't a blowout. My big takeaway is this. A lot of times we'll watch two teams play and think, okay, if they played 10 times, the team that lost would win 3.
Sure.
I think if they played 10 times, the Patriots wouldn't win once.
I agree.
I just don't think they would. That was the gap. It was two different. It felt like two different levels of team on Sunday. That no fluke was going to change things. Now, they did score some points late. I don't know if the Seahawks' foot slipped off the gas pedal or whatever, but I thought it was going to be a shutout, just like last year. Remember, last year it felt like it was going to be a shutout when the Eagles completely destroyed the Chiefs. We've had 2 shitty Super Bowls in a row now. It's the 1970s all over again, man. Because that's what I grew up with. Bad Super Bowls every year. Boring games. And this one was worse than last year because you never really felt like the Patriots were going to have a chance. Ever. As it was happening to the Chiefs, it's like, well, it's still Patrick Mahomes. You never know. Like with the Patriots, it's like, oh, God, I just feel bad for them. It's like you're watching a kid, he's doing his driving test and he's, up in the yard and running over the trash can. It's like, oh, the poor kid, he's trying his damnedest, but he just can't do it. That's what it felt like watching Drake Maye in the Patriots offense.
Yeah, I mean, Drake Maye had no shot throughout the night. I mean, the one time the offense really got going with that 3-play drive after, I guess it was, 22 or whatever it was to nothing. That was a sequence that got weird in part because of the issue with Stephon Diggs, followed by the dumbass on the field. And then the Patriots got right back in the huddle. And it's like, boom, boom, boom. Oh, we're in the end zone. And the Seahawks like, whoa, what the hell was that? And then they come back and then they go score. And then it was pretty much over from there. I mean, Mike, how, we do our posts at PFT during the Super Bowl. Every person takes a drive. And so because we had a rotation of 4, it was, okay, one person is Seahawks, Patriots, Seahawks, Patriots. So I'm stuck with Patriots. And I mean, all of my drives were basically punts. Oh, Drake Maye got sacked again. Oh, this, they came in off the left side and they hit Drake Maye and it was an incomplete pass. And now they punted again for the 4th time. I mean, it was that kind of night. It was that kind of domination from the Seahawks who, had a pretty clear game plan, right? What they were doing defensively was it wasn't really a surprise to me. And I think it wasn't much of a surprise to the Patriots, but they just executed it so well. I mean, you're targeting pressure off of the left side where you got two real young guys playing left tackle and left guard. It was a rough night for those guys. And it was, okay, that's how we're going to get to Drake Maye. And after about the second or third drive, it was just so clear what it was that the Seahawks were going to do. And the Patriots just did not have any kind of counterpunch to that in order to make the game more competitive. And, you know, the Seahawks just suffocated the life out of everything that was happening in that football game. And it was a great way to win because, you know, as they say, in order to win, you got to prevent yourself from losing. The Seahawks weren't going to lose that game based on the way they were playing it. And like I said, hats off to them.
As someone said on Twitter, it was the worst Super Bowl for a guy named Drake since last year. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.